Good morning, all of you. Welcome back to a course Big Data Analytics and Business Intelligence. So, our today's topic is what's wrong with machine learning versus deep learning. So, in the last lecture, we have seen the difference between AI, ML, DL, and the data science. So, we understand these four terms. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about difference between machine learning and deep learning. So, this particular lecture is going to answer these following questions. So maybe the case that this type of question is arising in your mind. So most of you getting confused when to use deep learning and when to use machine learning. At both these are the techniques. We have seen that machine learning and deep learning, these are the two techniques through which we can achieve AI. But always there is a confusion when we should go for machine learning and when we should go for deep learning. Then what is the problem in the machine learning so that deep learning comes into existence? Then what exact difference between machine learning and the deep learning? What are the benefits of deep learning? How deep learning helps to overcome the problem that we face in the machine learning? What are the applications where we can apply machine learning, where we can apply deep learning, what kind of problem we can solve by using machine learning, and what kind of problem we can solve by using deep learning, what are the different machine learning algorithms are available, what are different deep learning algorithms are available, what are the different machine learning libraries are there, and what are different deep learning libraries are there. Suppose this kind of question is arising in your mind, then this is a lecture where you will find the answer of all these questions. So let's start. So we are going to compare machine learning and deep learning based on this particular parameter. So first of all, in short, we understand what is machine learning. So before machine learning, what is that? AI. So what is a AI? AI is a branch of a computer science whose main aim is to mimic human intelligence into a machine. So that is what the main aim of a AI. And to achieve that aim, we have machine learning. So in case of machine learning, it provides the ability to a machine to learn from data but not from the instruction. So this is what a machine learning. And in case of a deep learning, it's a multi-layer network. Okay, deep learning is a multi-layer network which acts as a subset of a machine learning. So here we need to understand what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning. So here we have considered total 5 factors which tell you about the limitations of machine learning and we can say benefits of deep learning. So very first parameter is data dependency, feature engineering, hardware dependency, execution time, and problem solving approach. These are 5 factors, or you can say parameter, based on which we compare machine learning with the deep learning. So very first is data dependency. So this is a simple graph. Here you can see that it is a simple graph between amount of data and the performance. So here what is your understanding about this particular graph? As amount of data increases, the performance of machine learning increases, but up to this particular level. Suppose you increase the data up to this particular level and you are using the concept of machine learning, then your performance can be increased up to this point. But after that point, you may find that suppose you increase the size of a data, then the performance of machine learning algorithm is not going to improve, but it is somehow stagnant. Means if you are increasing that much data, so you are getting a same performance, there is no difference in the performance. But exactly opposite to that machine learning algorithm, suppose you talk about deep learning, as you are going to increase the amount of data, the performance of deep learning is going to increases. So what is the conclusion from this? So from this we can say that machine learning is applicable when you have a small set of data, but when you have a huge amount of data set, at that time deep learning is beneficial. So this is what a first differentiating point between these two. So here I can say that huge amount of data is a problematic for machine learning, so that problem can be solved with the help of deep learning. So I hope you understand the concept of data dependency. That means suppose you have a small amount of data, you should go for machine learning, but if you have huge amount of data and you want a very good performance, you should go for a deep learning. So this is what our first parameter, data dependency. Now the next parameter is feature engineering. Now first of all we should understand what is feature. Feature is nothing but a characteristics, and this feature play a very important role in solving a problem, whether it may be a machine learning problem or it may be a deep learning problem. So feature means what? It is a characteristic. So let's take a simple example. Suppose I'll take an example of predicting the price of a house. Suppose I need to predict the price of a house. So I have been given a data set. So in that data set, what are the different attributes are there? Number of rooms, size, amenities, location, then amenities, so n number of parameters can be there. Number of rooms are there, size is there, carpet area, super built up area, so n number of parameters are there. So out of this you need to select a particular parameter which affects the price. Okay, you need to select, means in my Excel file I have a data set, a CSV file. In that case I have n number of parameters, say total 20 parameters are there, and I need to predict the price of a house. So in that case you need to, suppose you are using the concept of machine learning, then in that case what you need to do, you need to select the features manually. Feature means what? Characteristics which affects your price, because in this case what is my aim? My aim is to predict the price of a house. So for predicting the price of house, what are the factors that comes into existence? Number of rooms, then super built up area, location and amenities. We say that these are the 5 parameters. Suppose you are using the concept of machine learning, then manually you need to extract this feature. So they are called as a dependent variable and independent variable. So in that case my dependent variable is a price of a house, and independent variables are these 5 which I have selected. So these 5 variables I need to select manually. Suppose I am using the concept of machine learning, because in case of machine learning you need to extract the feature manually. But suppose you are using the concept of deep learning, then in that case you can see that feature extraction is done by that deep learning algorithm itself. That means suppose you want, suppose you have a domain expert, then you should go for machine learning, because in case of machine learning you are extracting the feature manually. Okay, you are extracting the feature manually, but in case of a deep learning you are not extracting feature manually, but algorithm itself will decide what are the important feature which will affect the output, and then according to that it will work. So in case of machine learning, what we can say, we required one domain expert, because predicting the price of house is a simple problem. But suppose you are working on the problem of a medical field, so in that case you require a domain knowledge based on which you can decide what are the parameters, what are the features which are important for this particular problem. For example, you need to detect a cancer, means you have been provided a set of images, and based on which tumor images you need to decide whether person is suffering from cancerous or not. So in that case you require a domain knowledge, because manually you are selecting a feature which is responsible for detection of a cancer. But suppose you are using the concept of deep learning, then algorithm itself decide what are the important features in that case, and according to that it will give you a result. So the thing is that in this case feature extraction or feature engineering, this is again important point between machine learning and deep learning. In case of machine learning, features are extracted manually and that will be decided by domain expert, and in case of a deep learning, feature extraction is automated and that will be decided by the algorithm itself. Okay, so in that case we can say that in machine learning there is a dependency of a domain expert. Here you can see that this domain expert is responsible for deciding the feature, what are the features. So this is a simple example of whether given in image is a car or not. So in that case you need to extract the features of a car. So what are the features of car? It has 4 wheels, 4 wheels are there, seat are there, bonnet is there, horn is there, so a number of features are there, so that you need to decide. But in this case, is there any domain expert? No, directly given as an input to this deep learning algorithm, and that algorithm will decide by its own what are the features, and then it will give a decision whether this is a car or not a car. So this is a second parameter that will differentiate between machine learning and the deep learning. Now the third parameter is hardware dependency. So third parameter is hardware dependency. In case of machine learning you do not require GPU, but in case of deep learning you require a GPU. That means we can say that machine learning is cost effective, but we can say that deep learning is costly. Okay, and means you require a GPU, and GPU, you know that GPU is costlier as compared to CPU. So in terms of cost, we can say that machine learning is cheaper and deep learning is costlier, because in order to run a deep learning algorithm, in order to solve deep learning problem, you require a GPU, and GPU involves some cost because GPU is costlier as compared to the CPU. So suppose you have a GPU, then you should go for deep learning. If you do not have GPU, then you should go for machine learning. So this is a third parameter, that hardware dependency. Machine learning algorithm do not have any hardware dependency, but deep learning algorithms have dependency on the hardware, and that is what a GPU. That means you require some good infrastructure in order to run a deep learning algorithm. Now the fourth parameter is execution time. In order to train a machine learning model, you required a less amount of time, but if you want to train a deep learning model, you required a much more amount of time. That's why there is a concept of transfer learning, so that we'll discuss later. Means training time is very much high, we need to reduce it. Okay, so training time is very important parameter. Suppose you are using the concept of machine learning, your training time is less, but you are using the concept of deep learning, then your training time is more. So training time is more in case of deep learning, and training time is less in case of machine learning. And this last parameter which differentiate between machine learning and deep learning is problem solving approach. In case of machine learning, what we can say, machine learning will follow divide and conquer strategy. In this case, it will divide this problem into sub parts, then it will perform it and finally conquer it. That means it will divide the task and carry out individually and then collect it. But this is not the case in case of a deep learning. In case of deep learning, you are carrying out this task at the same time. For example, suppose consider an example of object detection. So in object detection, there are two tasks is involved. One is you need to locate the object, and second thing is you need to recognize the object. So in object detection, two tasks are there: locating object, object localization, and second one is a object recognition. Suppose you are using the concept of machine learning, first of all it will localize the object and then it will recognize it. But suppose you are using the concept of deep learning, both the task is to be done simultaneously. So this is what a difference in the problem solving approach. In case of machine learning, it will divide into parts, do it manually, do it individually and then combine it. But in case of deep learning, complete task can be carried out at a single time. So this is the difference between machine learning and deep learning in terms of problem solving approach. So these are the various parameters based on which you can differentiate between machine learning and the deep learning. Now this particular table will summarize the difference between machine learning and deep learning. So here I consider various parameters, and based on which what is machine learning and what is deep learning. So in terms of amounts of data, in case of machine learning you require small amount of data set is required. In case of deep learning, it requires a huge amount of data. That means big data is required for deep learning. In terms of feature extraction, in case of machine learning, manual feature extraction is there, so you require domain expert. In case of deep learning, automatic feature extracted by the algorithm itself. Then for time, you can say that for training a model in machine learning you require short time, but in case of deep learning you require a long time. If we talk about the accuracy, then the accuracy of machine learning is good, but if you compare with deep learning, then its accuracy is best. So the performance of deep learning is of course better as compared to the machine learning. Then in terms of debugging, we can say in case of machine learning, debugging is easy. Why is it so? Because in this case you are deciding your own parameter. Okay, you are deciding your parameter, you are aware about what are the parameters. For example, here we have taken prediction of car. Okay, the task is prediction of car, whether you need to recognize or you need to predict whether given image is of car or not. So in that case, suppose you are using machine learning, then in that case you will decide what are the features of that car. Okay, so in that case debugging is easy, means you can able to find where exactly the problem is occurring, why you are not getting the exact output, what's problem will be there. But in case of a deep learning, this is somehow tough. So in case of deep learning it is tough. Why? Because you are not selecting feature by your own, but your algorithm is selecting, and it will make use of artificial neural network. Okay, in case of deep learning is mostly based on artificial neural network. That concept is derived from the human brain, where we have input layer, hidden layer, and the output layer. So I can say that debugging is somehow easy in case of machine learning. So in terms of cost, we can say that in machine learning you require less cost because you are working on the CPU, but in case of deep learning it is more costly because you require a GPU. So deep learning is somehow depends on a hardware dependent. Then decision path, then this in case of machine learning we have decision path, in case of deep learning no. Why? The reason is very simple. In case of machine learning you already know what are the features, because that feature is decided by yourself, so you are aware about the decision path. But in case of deep learning this is not the case. If you are aware about the concept of artificial neural network, so in artificial neural network majorly we have three kinds of layer: input layer, hidden layer, and the output layer. And every layer consists of set of nodes, or you can say neurons are there. So your input is passing to that neuron, then which neuron is activated, what kind of weight is assigned. So that thing is somehow tough to recognize. That's why in case of machine learning we can say that decision path, yes there is a decision path, but in case of a deep learning there is no decision path. So these are the summary of differentiating point between machine learning and deep learning, which helps to understand what problem will be there in the machine learning and how machine learning problem can be overcome by the deep learning. So now we'll take example. Suppose I need to solve a problem of predicting the house. Okay, suppose I need to select a problem, I need to solve a problem that where I need to predict the price of the house. So whether this problem can be solved by machine learning or this problem can be solved by the deep learning. So question is very simple. So in this case the answer is machine learning. Why? Because this is somehow simple problem. This is a somehow simple problem. In that case what I will do, I will select the features from my data set. From the data set I will decide the size of the house, the number of rooms, locality, amenities. These are the various feature based on which I will decide the price of the house. So that kind of problem I can solve with the help of machine learning. But same problem you can solve with the help of deep learning when in that case more number of features are there. See, actually there is a concept of curse of dimensionality. In case of machine learning there is a concept of curse of dimensionality, which tells us up to certain level. Means in case of machine learning you need to select the feature manually, but up to certain level, you can decide it. But if you but in your problem suppose you have hundreds of feature, then in that case machine learning is not beneficial. At that time you are going to use the concept of deep learning. That means initially it's totally depend on data set. What is the size of a data set, how many features are there, so based on which you need to decide whether you need to apply machine learning or deep learning. So in that case only 4 to 5 parameters are there which affects the price of the house. So in that case I am going to use the machine learning, but I am not going to use the deep learning. But in the same problem, when I should go for a deep learning, when that number of features are 100, when the complexity of problem increases, at that time you should go for a deep learning. So again next differentiating parameter between machine learning and deep learning is complexity of a problem. Suppose the complexity of problem is more, then you should use the deep learning. And suppose your problem is somehow simple, then you should go for a machine learning. Okay, you should just go to the concept of curse of dimensionality in the machine learning, which helps you to decide whether I should use machine learning or I should go for a deep learning. So in short I can say that in this particular problem initially I will select machine learning. I have cleared the explanation that why I am going to select machine learning, because only 4 parameters are there. But when number of parameters are more, 100, at that time I am going to use the deep learning. So it is not a case that every time you should go for a deep learning, but it's totally depend on how much amount of data is available, how much feature you are going to extract over there, how many feature responsible for that, how much time is available with you, what kind of infrastructure is available with you. Suppose I need to apply deep learning and GPU is not available with me, then how can I solve this problem by deep learning? So in that case you need to take a good decision that whether I should go for machine learning or I should go for a deep learning. So I hope now you somehow clear when to apply machine learning and when to apply deep learning. Now next we talk about applications of machine learning. Machine learning algorithms mostly classified into these three categories: supervised learning, unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. So in case of supervised learning we have classification and regression. So classification means what? Suppose you need to decide whether given mail is a spam or not. So this detect means classifying this mail is a spam or not spam. So this is what a classification problem. That problem you can solve with the help of machine learning itself. So but the number of features are more, then you may use for deep learning also. Then in case of a regression, that means forecasting is there, price forecasting, weather forecasting, rainfall forecasting, anything. So that kind of problem you can solve with the help of machine learning. So this is what in the regression. Don't worry, we'll discuss all these things in depth in the another lecture. But in the broad view, I'm just telling you what kind of problem you can solve with the help of machine learning. So the thing is very simple. Suppose your problem is simple, it has less number of attributes, then you should go for machine learning. If the problem is complex, more number of features are there which affects your output, then you should go for a deep learning. But again, sufficient hardware should be available, sufficient time should be available. That parameter also you need to consider. Okay. Then in unsupervised learning you have clustering and dimensionality reduction, or you can say association rule mining is there. Clustering means what? Suppose you are given some set of atoms and you have been asked to divide it into various groups. So in that case you are not providing the feature. So we'll see what is supervised learning, what is unsupervised learning. But in case of unsupervised learning you have clustering and dimensionality reduction. One more field is there in case of machine learning, one more type is there, that is reinforcement learning, which is mostly used for robot navigation, self-driving car and so on. So simple, suppose problem is simple, you should go for machine learning. Now what are the applications of a deep learning? So in case of a deep learning, here you can see deep learning mostly applied on these three fields. One is a computer vision, second is a speech audio, and third one is a natural language processing. So what is computer vision? Computer vision means simple, you are giving the ability of visualize the thing to computer, or you can say machine. Suppose I am giving the ability of visualizing the object to a machine, then it's a problem of computer vision. So what are the problems are there? Object detection, that is one of the very important problem in the field of computer vision. You need to detect what kind of object is. So where object detection can be useful? In the self-driving car, because in case of self-driving car, machine has to recognize what kind of object is there in the road, whether it is a person, whether it is a tree, whether it's anything else. So that you need to detect. So object detection, object recognition, image classification, image then we can say caption generation, image caption generation. Suppose you are just showing image to computer, then computer can able to generate a caption for this. So these are the problems of computer vision that you can solve with the help of deep learning. Now why this problem can be solved? Because this problem is very complex, because you need to provide image. So from that image you need to just capture the feature. So that feature you cannot provide it manually. Suppose you can provide, you can go for machine learning, but these are few complex problems. So one thing we understand here, that suppose our problem is simple, then we can use machine learning, but suppose a problem is somehow complex, then we should go for a deep learning. It is very simple. We already know that there is a MBBS doctor, and then orthopedic is there, specialization is there, orthopedic is there, ENT specialist is there. Suppose I am suffering from fever, I am not directly going to the orthopedic, but I am going to normal MBBS doctor. Why? Because it's a simple disease. But suppose I am thinking that I am suffering from suppose I just get fell down from the two-wheeler and my hand or leg get fractured. So at that time I should go for orthopedic, because it's a complex problem, it cannot be solved by the MBBS person. So same thing is there. Suppose your problem is simple, then you should go for machine learning. Suppose your problem is somehow complex, then you should go for a deep learning. And suppose your problem is simple and you are going into deep learning, then its performance is not up to the mark. This is the case, means every time you cannot use a GPU. I'll create one video where to use GPU, where to use CPU, and where to use TPU, and what is the difference between this. Don't worry about this. So every time suppose I decide to make use of a GPU, then I'm not getting good performance. So it's totally depend on problem, what kind of problem it is, what is the complexity of a problem. Now based on this you will decide what kind of hardware you need to use, whether you should use CPU or whether you should use a GPU. So here what we are talking about the applications. So applications of deep learning. So in case of computer vision, object detection, image classification, image caption generation, deep fake. This is again one of the new field in case of computer vision, deep fake, where you are generating a fake images. Okay, you have one image, based on this you can generate another images. So deep fake is another concept. Then speech and audio, voice recognition, speech recognition, language translation, that is in case of Alexa, Siri is there, Google Assistant is there, Amazon Alexa is there. Translation, that is natural language processing is there. In that case recommendation engine is there, sentiment analysis are there. So this kind of problem you can solve with the help of deep learning. So what I can say that, again I am saying that suppose your problem is simple, suppose your data set is small, you should go for machine learning. Suppose your data set is large, and suppose your problem is complex, you have sufficient GPU, sufficient time, then you should go for a deep learning. So this is how we can decide. So these are the more applications of deep learning: social network analysis, natural language processing, sentiment analysis, autonomous driving, that is driverless car, then visual data processing, speech audio processing, information retrieval, speech recognition. All these are the areas where you can apply deep learning because the problem is complex. Now next one is now I hope that you are clear with deep learning and machine learning, and you understand when to apply machine learning and the deep learning. Now the next thing is, what are the different machine learning algorithms are available. So linear regression, logistic regression, LSTM, decision tree, random forest, neo Bayes, KNN, K-means, reinforcement learning. All these are the different machine learning algorithms are available. I'm not going into deep. I will create a separate video for this. Don't worry about this. So I just giving you idea that what are the different machine learning algorithms are there. Then what are the different deep learning algorithms are there. So deep learning algorithms are again classified into these two categories: supervised and unsupervised. So maybe you heard about ANN, that is artificial neural network. Deep learning is based on multi-layer artificial neural network. Then CNN is there, that is convolutional neural network, which is mostly used for image data. Then we have RNN, that is recurrent neural network. It works on the data, means time series kind of data is there, textual data is there. So then you should use RNN. In case of unsupervised learning, you have autoencoder, self-organizing map, and Boltzmann machine. So these are the various algorithms, deep learning algorithm are available. Then what are the different popular machine learning libraries are there. So here NumPy is there. NumPy works with arrays. Suppose you work on data frames and data set, then you can make use of pandas. Matplotlib is used for visualization. SciPython is there. Scikit-learn, this is again library which you required in order to make use of different machine learning algorithms. Suppose I need to make use of decision tree algorithm, I need to use a Scikit-learn library. So a number of popular machine learning libraries are available which you can use. Even you can use this library in solving deep learning problem also. And next is a deep learning framework. What are the different deep learning frameworks or deep learning libraries are available? TensorFlow is there, Keras is there, MXNet is there, PyTorch is there, Caffe is there, Microsoft Cognitive Toolkit is there, Deep Learning 4J is there, Onyx model is there, Maruti Tech Labs is there. So these are the various deep learning frameworks are there, but out of which I can say that TensorFlow, Keras and PyTorch, these are a very popular deep learning framework that most of you are aware about. So I hope you understand the difference between machine learning and deep learning. You understand when you should go for deep learning, when you should go for machine learning, what exact difference between these two, what are the limitations of machine learning, what are the limitations of deep learning. Suppose I ask you what are the limitations of deep learning, so what you can say, it required a more amount of training time, it is hardware dependent, it is costly, So we can say that these are the problems of deep learning, because we already see deep learning required GPU, deep learning required more training time. So these are the problems are there in the deep learning, but still we can say that deep learning is better as compared to the machine learning. Means every deep learning or machine learning, it's totally depend on type of a problem and several conditions. So I hope you understand all this thing. Here we'll stop. Rest of the thing we'll discuss in next lecture. Thank you.